Welcome back to the Toe Sucker Podcast. We got, I'm Josue. I got my co-host over here.
Yeah, I'm Milo. Nice to meet you. And this is our guest for the second time, Brieana, long toes, don't know your last name. What's your last name?
Rivera
What?
and Ghirardelli.
Ghirardelli. Yeah, Brieana, long toes, Ghirardelli. Speaking of Ghirardelli, we were just talking in the break between this podcast and the last podcast, how me and Brieana both hate chocolate, and we were talking about that in the last podcast a bit too. And I think that today we should start off our spicy podcast while eating our beloved sponsor Taco Bell's. I'm eating a quesarito. They're eating taco supremes.
Soggy tacos.
Eat soggy tacos. The wonderful quality meat and cheese and all the wonderful food that Taco Bell provides. Thank you so much, Taco Bell. I'd like to talk about food today. Pretty straightforward. Mm-hmm. Anyone have any starting remarks that they want to talk about?
Popeyes versus KFC.
Ooh. You see, I've only ever been to KFC. Because there's a KFC near my house. I actually haven't been to the one here. I was in it because when I lived in Chicago, I went to one. But I've never been to a Popeyes. I passed by it a ton of times. It's on the route that I used to take home. I take a better one now. But I would, yeah. I'd pass by it every day, but I've never been there. No one else? I swear you're not going to talk about the difference between...
Hold on.
What's wrong?
I think I'm using the wrong mic here.
Did you plug it back in? Do we need to restart? Do we need to restart?
We can use your side of the...
Okay. Yeah, what's your take on the KFC v Popeyes?
I haven't had proper Popeyes.
Okay. What do you mean proper?
Like... I don't think I've had proper either, as in, like, it's just sort of been like, I'm fucking hungry, and it's, like, from the shitty place. Have some Popeyes, or have some KFC.
So you're saying you hate both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no, I've only ever had the
I've
Kentucky
had
Fried Chicken at Kentucky Fried Chicken. So, I don't know about the rest of the menu.
My nips are hard. Sorry, it's cold in here.
It's not the only thing hard in this room. The desk. It's made of
Wood.
great oak. Yeah. Knock on it. Do it again. That's right, you bitch. But you know what
Shout
I
out
can...
to trees.
So, shout out to trees. Do you want to do shout outs right now before we move on?
No.
Okay. I can't talk a lot much about KFC or Popeyes because I've never been to Popeyes and I only had the Kentucky Fried Chicken. But you know what I can talk about? Because I can talk about fast food in general. Because I don't eat a lot of fast food now, except for wonderful Taco Bell. But I used to eat a lot of junk food and fast food. Not that Taco Bell's junk food. I used to eat a lot of fast food when I lived in Chicago because we just couldn't afford better food. I went to a lot of McDonald's. Went to a lot of I had a really bad experience going to Wendy's as a kid.
Let me tell you something. I am so prone to getting stomach flu or like food poisoning.
Yeah.
So during the summer, I went to Wendy's with Francisco or whatever. The next day, I had food poisoning. Food poisoning. I got Chinese food from this one place that I always get Chinese food from. Food poisoning. Let's see. I ate a fucking burrito. Food poisoning. I literally can't eat shit.
God damn.
Might as well eat shit.
She walked into a fucking
Olive Garden. You don't want to eat cola.
Diarrhea.
I've never had Olive Garden.
I've been to Olive Garden twice. To be fair, it was with my Italian family. Extended family. We were, doing stuff. But, no, I went to Wendy's when I was a kid. It was the first time I'd ever been to Wendy's. It was one of those weird, like, double-decker Wendy's, where it's, like, sort of classic dinery, and they have, like, a second floor.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and it was, like, a lot of... This one, like, had a lot of greenery vibes going on, which was interesting. But I went there, and I didn't know what to get, because I was a fucking kid. So I ordered... I think it was a fish dish. Right?
Fish dish?
It was like
Fish
a
dick?
Oh.
Yeah. It was fish sticks on a plate.
Fish dish?
I had fish. And it was okay. You know, it wasn't stellar. But the next day, I had such bad stomach problems. Like, God. It was horrible. Wow. It was horrible. And so up until, I think it was the end of last year. The end of last year was the only time I had since then gone to Wendy's. And I had that happen to me when I was like,
was
5.
that with us?
Yeah, it was with you guys.
It was me and
I
Luis
had given up on Wendy's until Luis kept talking about the 2 for 2.
4 for 4.
4 for 4.
2 for 2. 4 for 4.
Half the price.
8 for 8.
20 for 20. But no, I didn't. You know, I had just given up. I was never going to go back until you guys insisted, and you still insist to go to Wendy's.
Yes.
The only thing I get from there is chicken nuggets, the little ones, like the little things,
yeah,
and fries.
Those are nice.
I don't know.
Because I can't eat a lot.
I don't really like the fries from Wendy's. The chicken nuggets are good. I like those. The Frosties are also good.
Do you guys like ranch?
That's okay.
No.
Oh, fuck you guys.
Not really.
I don't know. I hate salad. I always correlate ranch with salad, so I can't have it.
I'm more of a blue cheese guy.
Cheese?
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese.
I'm more of a blue cheese guy.
I love cheese, just not blue cheese.
Rotten,
Right?
Rotten sour cream.
It smells horrible. Tastes
it.
bad.
Sour cream or crema?
Crema?
Mexican sour cream.
You don't know this shit, dude.
No.
Crema. I'm sorry.
What's crema?
It's just like...
Soy muy ranchero, güey.
It's just like sour cream, just better, I think. Like if I have access
then
to
crema.
That's a reasonable.
Then crema. What? That sounds like a no-brainer.
But it's like high-end shit.
So is it like really pricey?
No, it's not.
It's just really good?
Yeah.
It's made with love.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
Like children.
Blood, sweat, tears, love.
When you
children.
taste it, you're like,
yeah.
Tastes kind of brown.
Children.
Listen, if
brown?
it's brown, it's good for you. That's what I always say.
Don't hug me, I'm scared since it's gray food. It's brown food. Honestly.
Yeah.
What else?
That shit scared me though.
Chicken nuggets or chicken tenders?
Neither.
Ooh. Oh, fuck you. All right, you're not part of this conversation then. Okay.
No, because you guys know how chicken nuggets are made.
Dude, I don't give a fuck.
I don't care. They taste good.
We all know how they're fucking made. I'm not gonna be like, ew, no. I'm just like, they're so fucking
chicken
good.
Chicken tenders if I'm going to a restaurant.
Uh-huh.
But like, let's say if I'm at McDonald's and there's chicken tenders or chicken nuggets, I'm gonna get the nuggets.
Valid.
I can't bring myself to eat chicken nuggets.
Sense. What about chicken sandwiches?
Like from a fast food place?
Fast food place? Sure.
I went with Luisa a little while ago for the first time again to Jack in the Box. And I got the spicy chicken burger, something like that. It was okay.
I only eat chicken sandwiches from like fast food places because I don't like the beef at any place. Doesn't matter if it's Wendy's or Jack in the Box, McDonald's. I hate it at McDonald's.
Yeah.
One time when I was little, my grandpa told me to get like a Big Mac, and I was like, I'm not gonna finish. He's like, just get it to try it. I fucking hated it. It was the most disgusting, drier than my fucking pussy. Yeah. Like
oh God.
Believe me, folks.
Oh.
We're all dry right now.
There's no water in this room. We're dehydrated.
Water, actually.
We're dying.
The only place I'll get a chicken sandwich from a fast food place is Carl's Jr. That's it. Just because I've gotten used to it.
We've walked into Carl's Jr. so many times, but I've only eaten like twice. It was all you or Luis buying me something.
You just don't even eat a lot of fast food.
I don't like it. I love home cooking. I love cooking. It's so good. I was raised on it.
I get tired of it very fast.
Yeah, me too.
I wait, like fast food or cooking?
Fast food.
Okay.
Because like, especially with like me, because I work at the mall, so like.
So you
lunch breaks or like going like from school to work,
especially without a car.
Exactly. I'm just like, fuck. Well, I gotta eat somewhere here. I gotta go to Panda Express or fucking Subway.
Let's talk about Westgate Mall.
Westgate Mall, located on Saratoga. You've got a bunch of different stores. You've got
1600 Target. Saratoga Avenue.
1600 Saratoga Avenue.
It's
right next to the AMC.
The only actual food place that's in that whole complex that I like is King Egg Roll. Oh wait, no, Smash Burger. Big Smash Burger fan.
I don't like their fries.
You don't?
I mean,
wait, like their normal fries or their special fries? Like the Smash fries?
I just had their normal fries.
Because the smash fries are pretty
like
good.
Toothpicks.
Yeah, no, yeah.
It's like, the smash fries aren't that thin.
The ones I had, they were like toothpicks. Like In-N-Out burger fries are pushing it.
But I've become I don't know. I just don't like smash burger that much anymore. I'll have it.
Well,
like
I mean, even if you don't like their burgers anymore, you have to agree their milkshakes are fantastic.
I love their milkshakes.
We agreed actually. Me and Josue agreed because every day we would because once we started getting more serious into music stuff, which hopefully something will come of it. We agreed because we would always go there when we were thinking about music, you know, and we'd always get milkshakes. So we agreed that in the future, if we're ever like a musical thing together, or probably even if we're apart, we'll just always have in an interview or something, Smash Burger's milkshake.
They have good milkshakes. I like their fries too. But burgers, they haven't grown on me now. They're just kind of like whatever.
I used to really like Five Guys burgers, but then I forget what year they did it, but they changed their cheese to the quote unquote American cheese, which shouldn't even count as cheese. It doesn't taste good.
It's just a piece of plastic.
Piece of plastic in a piece of plastic.
Like their fries.
At Five Guys?
Yeah.
I have not been in like half a year at least.
Wow.
It's because Francisco used to work there, and he would just always bring it home, and like I'd have like a bite and be done. Because I'm not really a big fan of burgers.
Yeah.
Like yeah, they taste good. I just don't like. I eat a little bit and then like I'll finish it later. I can't just sit there and like eat. I don't know.
Favorite burger of all time at Red Robin, it is the bourbon bacon burger.
Burger.
It is a barbecue-ish style burger with a bourbon sauce. And
Bourbon
bacon.
barbecue burger.
And it has tomato and lettuce, and it's
beautiful,
so fantastic.
Big booty babies.
Sheldon's Big Bite.
Yeah.
Sheldon's Big Bang Bazinga Bing Bong Burger.
Big booty bitches bring beautiful ballistic bouquets. Belated.
Belated birthday.
What does that even mean?
I don't even know.
A belated birthday? Belated means like it's...
That just means
like if you forgot to say happy birthday on their birthday and you say it to them later, that is a belated birthday gift or birthday thing. It just means that you either forgot or couldn't make the original date.
Yeah.
So you could call late work belated. Well, belated is usually in a positive term, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why do you keep looking back?
Shut the fuck up.
All right, whatever.
Do you guys want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it.
What's the difference between a fish and a guitar? If you fucking say it, I swear to God, I will punch you in the dick.
One of them can punch you in the dick.
What's the... Well, I don't know. I can't...
You can't tune a fish.
Ah! God damn it! Why didn't I see that coming?
Bro, you just spiked your fucking weight.
Fuck it!
Look at that.
It's
Jesus
fine.
Christ.
It's fine. You'll have to deal with it in editing, and I don't.
Fuck off.
Hey, future Josue.
Yeah.
Actually, present Josue. What are the odds?
What are the odds of what?
What are the odds of you editing in for the YouTube portion of this? Just right now. In the corner.
Okay.
Tilted so that anything, non-appropriate isn't showing. Just a nice, classic wolf job.
What is that?
Oh,
we'll show you.
500.
500?
Yep.
1, 2, 3,
300.
What
All right.
is going on?
Have you not? Do you not know about that? This is the thing. I don't know how many people do it because when I try and talk to people, half the time they know it and half the time they don't. What are the odds is a game. I don't know who started it, but we got it from Super Mega, which is...
Shout out to Super Mega.
Yeah, shout out to Super Mega. Matt and Ryan, you ever want to be on the show, hit us up.
Good Christian boys.
Christian boys.
Follow the words of Allah.
And the law is the word of the Lord. No, but what are the odds is a game? It's a 2-player game. And it's used to make dumb decisions. Basically. The rules are rules is that someone comes up with something, right? And they ask someone, so Brieana, if I wanted to play with you, I'd say, Brieana, what are the odds that you'll wear a sock on your head? Right?
I don't think I said, but okay.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
That's
but it's just the challenge, right? Yeah, it's part of the fun. You would then think about whether you really wanted to do that or not. how willing you'd be to do that, right? Then you come up with a number. The higher the number, the less you want to do it. That, is it like that. And then on the count of 3, it's 1, 2, 3, blank, right? We say a number from 0 to the number you said. If we say the same number, you have to do whatever I asked you to do. Like, what are the odds? Oh, right. If we don't, you can switch it. So you can say, like, all right, Milo, what are the odds of you putting a sock on your head? I'll be like, fuck. Dude, and one of the biggest rule is you just can't say no. You can try and convince the other person to give up.
What are the odds that I'm going to suck your dick?
Right? There's, it's you can tell them like, dude, come on, and then maybe they'll be like, yeah, all right. But you can't ever say no. You always have to give a number if the other person doesn't.
Brieana,
let it down.
What are the odds you twerk on the next old person you see?
The higher the number, the less I want to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That gives you a bigger range to say a number.
A bigger chance that we're not going to say the same number.
You can't say infinity. Or infinity plus 1 or anything.
Shut the fuck up.
800.
800? All right. 3, 2, 1, 700.
674.
That was close.
Yeah, so you get it. And we play this all the time on and off the podcast.
Mainly
off the
podcast. If we said the same number?
Yeah,
shit.
It's really funny. Yeah. Earlier today I tried to do it on Josue, which is that it was the guy who's sitting at the same table as us. I asked him, because he knew about the game, I was like, hey, what are the odds that you'll go up to Mr. Eastland, who is a wonderful teacher, go up to Mr. Eastland and ask him about any advice for help with herpes. He didn't take it because he's a loser. But, Yeah. I don't actually think I don't know your name, but I don't think you're a loser.
Wow, you know his name.
No, I'm horrible with names. I already said that.
Yeah.
You can hear my nails cracking.
Oh, shit. Oh. Anyway, so yeah, that's what are the odds. But, you're really not going to do it?
What? No, maybe.
I mean, you could do it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, look, whoa!
There it is, he is.
Or it's not.
Having a little fun.
Wow, well, you know what? Even if there isn't Wolf Job there, you'll put something. Yeah. I will show you Wolf Job behind the door.
Alright, guys. What's the deal? No.
With jazz.
Alright, you know what? No, what are you guys' thoughts on kissing? What's the deal with kissing?
It's nice. I want to.
You're fucking lame.
I don't know. It depends. I don't like.
What does that
I
mean?
like pecks, sort of. When it's just sort of like, you just give it a little quick peck, but like in public and stuff like that. But I like a good Frenchie when it's done right. You can't go for too long. You can't go too deep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sex.
But
no, it's just like if you get like the perfect Frenchie where it's just like tongue, but you don't, you lean back a bit and then go back in, or like you stop and then start again. You just take little pauses or change it up a bit. That to me is a perfect Frenchie, and I love that. But when when it's all connected or like something weird like that.
Fucking no.
No, unless it's like you're. Just a reminder to all our listeners: always get consent. 100% of the time.
We talked about this on the second podcast.
We did.
Every.
Sorry, I was just getting a message from
every
Joseph
other podcast.
Hoover.
We're gonna remind you guys to ask for consent.
Yeah, sure. I don't think so. Sorry, Joseph Hoover, who might be on the show. He said he's free after New Year's.
Hoover Dam.
How'd you know? No, but
Do you think it's inappropriate when a couple is making out like in public?
It depends. It really, really depends. Like at a club?
No, like
let's
say
at
you're
school?
at Santana Row and they're sitting on the bench and they're basically mouth fucking.
I don't want it. No, I don't like it.
I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but I mean, like, whatever. It's their life. They're out. They're probably drunk.
I think it's a little inappropriate. I think.
Yeah, I do too. Like, I would not do that.
I mean, sure, it's inappropriate.
Like, maybe, like, a 2-second or 3-second, like, kiss max, like, out in public.
Yeah.
But save that for, like, when you guys are alone, because I think it loses its intimacy.
Yeah, well, unless that's your thing. If your thing is doing it in public.
Yeah, like, that's... Some people, they like that.
There's a lot of people that like it. It's called voyeurism. It's a fairly large majority.
I think it's because, I don't want to say they're insecure,
No,
they want to show off
be.
what's theirs.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole like, it's a mix of fear and a bunch of different emotions. Before we move on, this is Wolf Job. It's a wonderful little picture that I send to Josue every now and then.
All right, what's your favorite display of affection?
Oh, dude, I'm a romantic. I'm really a romantic. I love flashy shit. I really love flashy shit. If I was going out with a girl and they did something that wouldn't embarrass a normal guy, I would be really, really happy. Just like not something like crazy embarrassing, like I love you. Here are your baby pants. Photos, or like pulling down my pants, or just like I love you so much I made a shrine to you out of your hair that I found. Like no, I don't want that sort of shit. That's creepy. Fuck off. But like if you're just like, I don't know, holding up a sign, being like I love you or something silly, like you know, just something short, lame. Shut up. Loser. No, bro. But something short, sweet, and just to the point. Okay. And it could be an inside joke thing, like an inside relationship thing. Yeah. You know, like a bird that just happened to pass by that you both really noticed that was beautiful on your first date or something like that. Uh-huh. Or a memorable thing. What the fuck? Sorry. I love that shit.
Something wrong? No,
it's Enrique. Fuck you, Enrique, whoever you are. In that case, you have a wonderful girlfriend, Enrique. I wish you the best.
She's here at the orgy.
Stop.
Don't kill
There's
me.
3 other men in this room. They're mutes.
They're mutes?
They haven't been
They're mute, they're deaf, they're blind.
I've been offhandedly jerking off one of them. I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to the other 2.
I really want you to stop talking.
All right. None of that was true, unless it completely is. Anyway.
Why isn't this down?
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Because we don't need it.
Jeez.
Yeah, no need for a pop filter here at the, what did you say it was? What was our podcast name today?
Toe Sucker.
Yeah, the Toe Sucker podcast. No pop filters here. That reminds me, I'd like to thank our sponsor. I'd like to thank our sponsor. They've been constant with us through and through. Dick Suckers Anonymous. Dick Suckers Anonymous is a wonderful little group where people who love to suck dick can come in a safe, friendly environment and just do what they love with other people who share their passion.
It's a welcoming community.
Yeah.
We'll welcome you with open arms.
Yes.
Yes.
We are all proud members of the DSA here, and we just love all the work they do. DSA, please keep it up in the future. That's it. And you know what? We actually didn't do our shout-outs today so far.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's do a shout-out. Today, I want to give a shout-out to, oh, God. You know what? I want to give a shout-out to the sweet, sweet young boys at Super Mega. Super Mega is a wonderful... At the Catholic Church. They are just so supple. No, but the wonderful people at Super Mega... what the fuck? Your phone.
It just reminds me.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
Jeez.
Anyway, I'd like to thank the people at Super Mega. Just a quick shout-out. Super Mega is an awesome podcast and just gaming group that is so fantastic. Their humor is really good, and their editing skills are off the charts. You boys are dope, and we would be honored to ever have you mention us ever. So, thank you, Super Mega.
Quick shout out to John Kanakanaka.
I have a boob pimple. Sorry.
She's got a boob pimple.
She's got a boob
shout
pimple.
Shout out to Brieana's boob pimple.
Shout out, yeah. Yeah, keep doing your thing.
Why would you say something so controversial yet so brave?
Oh, that reminds us. That reminds me. After you do your shout out, we want to bring up something we looked into.
I'm done.
All right. So, Brieana, what's your shout out for today?
Shout out to Starbucks, I guess. And Trojan. Thank you.
Wonderful. Now, Josue reminded me, we actually did a little bit of diving. Where are the papers? Okay, so we did a little bit of diving before you were going to be... What's going on?
Well, now we're making out?
Oh my god.
Anyway, we did a little bit of diving before you came onto our show, and we forgot to do it in the first podcast, but we're gonna do it now.
Gosh, okay.
So we did a little bit of history on you. We looked at your Instagram, and we looked at social media stuff. We just sort of looked at it. We'd like to ask you a couple questions about some things you said in the past.
Why do I laugh like when you like freshly clean something, like a mirror, like.
Okay, are you ready?
Jeez, alright.
Alrighty, so, about 2 years ago, you made a post that said, "I hate the Aryan race." Now, did you mean that? That's a very controversial thing to just say. You know, it didn't have any prior context. There was nothing within the last couple of months. Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no, 2 years ago, you posted that on Facebook.
I didn't even have Facebook 2 years ago.
I don't know where you're getting your sources from.
I
mean, our research is impeccable. We never lie.
I saw on your Instagram you posted your swastika tattoo.
Yeah, that's another very controversial thing. Come on, Brieana. Are you a fan? Would you say of the KKK or any affiliate?
I'm black.
And
well, I don't see what that has.
And then you tweeted out a John Wayne Gacy quote, which states, "Black people should not have the right to vote unless they are properly educated."
And that completely goes against earlier what I said before that you posted 2 years ago on Facebook. You hate the Aryan race, which by all scientific standards does not exist.
What's going on?
You know, you're just a very controversial flip-floppy person.
I feel very attacked. Maybe it's because I'm a female and I have a vagine.
Sorry,
I literally wrote nothing on that paper.
I believe it was my preparation for the Nintendo Olympics. No. We I think we did a What Are the Odds? Or we just agreed to do it because we love Eric Andre. Shout out to Eric Andre. Eric Andre's been doing his thing for years.
I actually thought I posted that.
Oh! I thought you were just playing with it a bit.
No,
we did actually try and do an actual dive on your social media. The only thing that we found was interesting was the one picture of Beauty and the Beast, and it was an erotic picture of Belle.
Where he at?
Yeah, of Belle.
Every beauty needs a beast.
Dressed very skimpily and covering her most private parts with a upperly bodied naked beast from Beauty and the Beast.
With a whip.
With a whip.
Did he have a whip?
With a whip.
Yeah.
Do you support domestic abuse?
Oh. With consent, yes.
With consent. You know,
hey, whatever you guys are into.
With consent, 100% with consent. Everybody remember for the upteenth time.
What are millennials into
consent. Now? I don't know. Jake Paul.
Docking.
Oh God, don't. That's not. No way. I refuse. I refuse to believe that millennials nowadays are into docking. Do you know what docking is? Okay, for those who don't know, docking is when you take. I'm gonna use a hot dog euphemism. When you take one hot dog with its bun, and then you put the hot dog and the bun inside of another hot dog's bun with that hot dog. Do you get?
You're talking about a dick or something?
Yeah. It's. I'll just fuck it. I'll just say it's when you take your dick and put it in the foreskin of another man.
I wouldn't have understood that if you didn't say it.
It's so weird. I've never no, not in any way, shape, or form. I've conceptualized it because I think about everything.
What?
I've conceptualized it.
Stretchy?
Oh, the foreskin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you not heard that people sometimes, for surgeries, cut off skin from the foreskin and use it to fill in other places of the body?
No.
It's very supple and flexible. No, but because I think about everything. You know, I think about everything in almost every combination. As soon as it comes into my mind, I let it play out. And most of the time I'm like, oh, nasty fucking piece of shit. You know? But, sometimes it's interesting. But the point is that I think about everything. So when I heard docking was a thing, I'm like, first off, logistically, how does that work? And then just, physically. And then I thought about it. I'm like, no, that doesn't seem like something I'm interested in. It really, because it feels wrong. It just doesn't seem right. It doesn't.
Yeah.
You know? To me, that's the same thing as, putting your, fist down someone's throat. It just feels wrong.
I hate girls that say I prefer guys that are circumcised over guys that are uncircumcised.
I mean, that's a personal.
Let's talk about that. What's the deal with
I
that?
feel like, okay, I've seen both. I've only had uncircumcised and...
To be fair, it's harder to maintain an uncircumcised dick.
What?
It is.
Well, you have to do a lot more cleaning. Is that what
Yeah,
you mean?
yeah. It's harder to maintain it. So I understand that a lot of people who don't know the proper maintenance stuff or they just don't take enough care of it could, put a bad, rep on...
But I feel like it's not the guy's, like, fault. It's
not always, no.
Like, it's their, like, mother's or father's fault, whatever.
You can go and get a circumcision at any
But that's
age.
pretty painful.
Oh, yeah, that's why you do it when you're a baby and you don't know any better. You don't know that you can file for a lawsuit. No, but I don't know.
Unless you're the boss baby.
Unless you're the boss baby, then I watched the boss baby.
I didn't watch that.
I had been stalling for so long.
I watched it in theaters.
You watched it? Oh yeah, you did. You fucker. You fucker. Oh god, I watched it because it's on Netflix, so I was really tired, and so I watched it. To be fair, the animation is good. The technical portion of the movie was really well done, and some of the imagery and the cinematography, I don't know what they call it when it's animation, but the sketch work, like the planning for it, the transitions, and it was really good visually.
It's Sony Animation.
Yeah, it was fantastic. But the story was so fucking bad. And the humor was just like base fucking humor. I'm surprised I sat through it. The only part of the movie I genuinely liked was when they had to pretend to be Elvis impersonator to get in. And they put subtitles for the Elvis impersonators. I thought that was funny because all the Elvis impersonators was like, oh, my, step on blue suede shoes and get it. Like, they're just saying random Elvis shit, right? And so they put like subtitles, which was basically just what they were saying.
I don't even remember that part.
You don't remember that? It was the funniest part.
I think you accidentally turned on the subtitles on Netflix.
No. The subtitles were on because my dad has hard hearing, and he was watching it with me. But no, they cut the subtitles that Netflix would provide, and it was in the movie. There were subtitles. They put it was really funny. The rest of it was fucking horrible. I'll never watch it again. We were talking about how getting circumcised as babies is
that's just how we do here. That's just how we do here.
I feel like it really doesn't matter.
I think a dick's a dick. A puss is a puss. I think
damn straight. Praise.
Pusses are gross.
Preach. God damn.
They're more disgusting.
Yeah, vaginas are gross, dicks are gross.
They look gross.
That's why we talk about it so much. We're trying to play it up.
All right, which one's more visually appealing? Penis or vagina?
It really, really, really depends. Because in the thought process of art, a dick is appealing. Because it is a structure.
Okay, but generally,
I don't know, because vaginas remind you of roses and stuff. And just the whole concept of layers.
I guess. I see what you mean.
I guess.
I just think of
and dicks are most of them, it's the aerodynamic shape. It's rockets are shaped like dicks. Planes are shaped like dicks.
Oh.
Did you not ever think about that?
No, I didn't.
A jet plane has two big engines on the side of it and one long shaft. It's the most aerodynamic. So
Are you thinking of a dick including the balls or
cock and balls?
I think balls are really gross, but they're fun to play with.
Jesus Christ, man.
It's funny.
I find that really funny.
A soft wiener is so funny. Have you ever just played with it and slapped it on your stomach?
Yeah, we're guys. Who do you think we are?
Of course.
Fuck, I can't do anything with the puss. It's just there.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think penises are the more visually appealing.
They're silly.
I think they're just
fun. They're goofy. Don't you just slap it?
They're just fun.
Yeah,
they're just fun.
Yeah.
Penises are just
That's
fun.
why it's part of the reason why Super Mega stuff is so funny.
Yeah.
Because they always mention dick jokes. We were talking about this earlier. There was a video where they're introducing a new member to Syndico, back when Syndico was around, rest in peace.
Comedy group.
Yeah, his name was
Daniel.
Daniel. Rest in peace, Daniel. But they were introducing Matt to the group. And in the video, it was just Ryan, jacking off to Bo Burnham's special. It was the first special. He was just jacking off to Bo Burnham's first special, right? And they put a censor on it. But he was just like, And then Daniel walks in the room, he's like, Ryan, what are you doing? And he's, I don't know why I put on his accent. But, and he's just like, oh, come on, dude. He's like, you can't go flip-flapping around your jack, and like, what did he say?
Flapjacking your something, I don't know.
Your flip-flap? He's like, you can't go diddling yourself, basically, right? And he's like, oh, come on, dude. He's like, come on, you got work to do. What have you been doing? What have we been doing? Oh, fuck, what have we been doing? And he's like, jacking off. And then it, like, zooms out, and it shows him with his pants off in the doorway, just going like, oh, fuck, just covering his face with his hands and being like, oh, shit, yeah, we've only been jacking off. It's like, how are we going to get back on target? And then Matt just walks in and with his weird, like, lanky, like, expression. I don't know why I added lanky to expression, like, as an adjective. This lanky boy, this lanky white Christian Papa Blessed boy just walks in and he's just like, hey, guys, I heard you need some help or something like that. And this voice, he's such a good voice actor if he does that voice.
Yeah.
And it's just the funniest shit ever because their pants are off. And then it switches from him back to them with their dicks out, just like staring at him like, oh shit. And then back to him and it freeze frames on a really funny face that he does.
Yeah.
That actually reminds me.
What?
I was, as people do, I was surfing the internet and just, clicking the suggested stuff on YouTube.
Oh.
Did you know that Matt was in he was in a movie as an extra? He played an extra in the movie, like Stepdad or something. He was hitting on like a camp counselor's daughter or something. I don't know the movie, but there's this really short clip. His face is barely shown, but you can tell it's him because his voice is so specific.
Yeah.
And I think his line was like, "So do you ever go to like boot camp or something like that?" It's like, what do you do when you camp or something?
Yeah.
And in the scene, her shirt is off because it got wet, but she's trying to get popular with the boys. I haven't seen the movie, but I just could tell, right?
Yeah.
And then he just goes away right afterwards,
Yeah.
So he's on there for like 3 seconds, but he's in the movie.
Wow.
It's just like, Jesus Christ.
You just mentioned about like wet shirt or whatever. Boobs.
Love him.
That's the end of that conversation.
And this isn't a real thing, but it is. But in an anime, you know the tons of memes that come from anime. There was one where they were taking like in some anime, some guy was talking about boobs and butt, and he was like torn between if he was a boobs or butt guy, and then he had like a dumb epiphany, and he's like, humans started on all fours, so we were crawling, so you always had a butt in your face. And then humans evolved to stand up, and then you had to face each other face to face, but they were missing that butt, so women's boobs grew bigger to replicate the butt. And he's like, everything spawns from the ass, so I'm an ass man. And then like like a guy like touches him on the shoulders, and he's like, calm down. And then just the clip ends. And I thought that was the funniest thing. Just like,
are you a boob or a butt guy?
Oh,
I'm a butt guy.
That question. God.
I'm a butt guy. But I'm a butt guy.
Again, it's...
Ass is just nice.
It's so nice.
I like boobs
to see ass from behind. Like, that is one of the best views. Like, it's better than the Eiffel Tower. Like, it's gotta be. Right?
What are you saying?
But...
What does that mean?
Boobs are... Like... They're so... I don't know how to express myself when it comes to, like, tits, because they're just so them. You know, they're irresistible to me. It's equal.
I can't relate because,
yeah, okay. But, because, like, for me...
Other girls' boobs?
For me, a butt is much more visually pleasing.
I like...
But...
Because they're so nice to grab. Like yeah, boobs
are right?
nice. Like,
I don't have a lot of, like...
My boobs are like the perfect hand size because they're kind of smaller.
I can't think of creative things to do with a butt.
Creative things to do?
Other than actual sex. But like, all I can think is like maybe slapping or like squeezing them.
That's all I need.
That's what you would do to boobs.
Exactly.
Yeah, sure, but boobs have like a point on them that's really sensitive. So you can play around with that too. You can, there's... People licking is more stimulating, biting is a thing for some people. You can do all sorts of stuff with it. But a butt doesn't have that point.
Well, they're close to the thighs.
Well, sure, so that's like an erotic thing. But it's not an actual, like, it's not a defined, like age-old place to gain sexual pleasure. You know?
Sure.
So I'm torn from the accessibility and pleasantness, you know? Butts are far more pleasant, but boobs are so much more like, you can do so much more with them. That's my opinion. If I had to choose one, I would be a butt guy, but it's really close.
What if the boobs are small?
What if the boobs... You know what?
That doesn't matter.
Big boobs or small boobs?
There's. I think medium boobs are the best. Because you have the best of both worlds for the most part.
I just like boobs. Like Tech 9 says...
what was the...
A cup... It's on, I forget which song, but it's like A-cup girls.
Areola.
No, it's not in Areola. It's in Flash. Off of all 6s and 7s. He's like, A-cup, we could probably still play touch. B-cup is the ones that are going to make me erupt. Seek, I don't know what he
My
says.
favorite line from that song. I love more than the areola. I love the over-the-shoulder boulder holder and the what's it end?
That's
I love
titties.
the over the.
That's off Chris Calico's titties.
Yeah, titties. I know.
Chris Calico's titties.
I thought we were talking about. I thought we were talking about the same song. Were you not talking about titties?
No, I was talking about Flash.
Oh, Flash. That's right. But in Titties by Chris Calico, which has one of the best openings ever, which is so funny. He says, "I love more than the areola. I love the over-the-shoulder boulder holder, and you can show me better than I can. I can show you better than I can tell you, like as in told."
Here's the line: "Even if you're an A cup girl, we can still play touch. If you a B and C cup girl, I bet you can make me erupt. D cups be the ones that are driving me nuts. Big breasts never trouble me. If you packing a double D, let everyone S double E."
Oh yeah, that's a good one. But no, like all boobs are fantastic.
Like
it just depends on it depends on a lot of things. You know, they all have their ups and downs.
Yeah.
Especially if they're jumping.
Wow.
But yeah, no.
Heavy.
Huh?
Boobs are heavy.
Oh, I've heard from many
I have
female
some
friends.
small boobs, and they still hurt.
Yeah, I've heard from many a friend that running is a pain.
I can only
in the boob, like, pain in the boob.
Deep cup girls go through double D.
Jesus.
You know,
the back pain. That's been a prevalent theme in animes.
Yeah.
Jeez. I have stairs at my house, so sometimes when I walk down, I walk down faster, and it hurts so bad.
So you can't do sprints really easy, huh?
I go like this.
Really? Do you have?
Yeah.
Oh, do you think that's where the run comes from?
This?
The classic anime run where they go like.
I'm pretty sure.
That makes a lot of sense.
I think so. Yeah.
Apologies for the squeaky chair, but yeah, that makes a lot. Wow, fuck, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, like it's not even like it's just a big boob girl kind of thing, because it just happens.
I mean, I have the C cup and it still hurts really bad.
Yeah,
I've heard girls with B cups who have.
Shout out to women. Gotta respect them.
Shout out to women, dude.
No, honestly,
No, that's not even a joke.
No, it's not a joke. No, you got honestly, I respect my mom
that's implying,
and my sister so
That's
much.
implying the other shout-outs are a joke, which they are not.
They are not.
They're not jokes.
They are not.
They are genuine.
Eric Andre
is a pioneer.
Why does that name sound familiar?
Eric Andre show with Hannibal Buress.
He's like an afro?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like him.
Yeah, he's awesome. So he's so great. Oh god. Anyway, yeah. Respect women. Always get consent. Yada yada. Talk to your doctor.
That's our motto, dude. Respect women, get consent.
Yada yada.
That really should
yada,
be.
Yada.
That really should be our motto.
That should be our motto.
We'll put it in our Twitter description or YouTube description.
You should just live by that.
Yada yada.
You should just live by that. Respect women, yada yada, get consent, yada yada.
I'm with it.
Now there's 2 yada yadas?
Get jiggy with it. Get yada with it, bro.
Get yada with it.
Get jiggy with it. You gotti.
Good stuff. Whatever happened to the guy who wrote the Cupid Shuffle?
He died. Wait, who wrote the Cupid Shuffle?
I don't know. I remember seeing a thing where he went on The Voice.
Oh yeah, he sang a song.
He sang his song because he's like, I want to be known for more than my song, but
Cupid?
Is this? Oh yeah, it's Cupid.
It's just Cupid.
His name is Cupid because he wrote the Cupid Shuffle.
Wow.
But no, he went on The Voice and he sang his own song, but he did it a bit more flamboyant. No, he sang it just like he normally sang it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I wanted to prove that his reasoning was so weird. He's like, I'm trying to prove that I'm not just popular for that song.
Yeah.
But he sang that song the exact same way he sang it.
It didn't go through.
And then they didn't turn around. None of them pressed the button because they're like, oh, it's just copying. And then they turn around finally at the end and they're like, sing something else. And he sings something else beautifully. And they're like, if you had sung that, I would have turned around. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You're trying to prove that song doesn't limit you, but you sang it exactly the way you sang it and the exact reason that you got famous. It's just like hypocritical.
Yeah.
Makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
It's really weird. A lot of people are hypocritical nowadays.
Yeah.
A lot.
I say I'd never do anal. Probably never do anal over the break, to be honest.
I have done it.
Please give me your honest opinion.
Honest opinion.
Like,
I can't.
On you,
I'm not a really good
else?
person to ask about that because the guy's it was like really small.
See, the thing is,
I'm not gonna name names.
Okay, I can't give a. I don't think neither of us can give the opinion or perspective.
Perfect recounting.
On receiving.
I didn't feel anything. Like nothing. I have a fat ass, so that might have
Did
helped.
it hurt?
No, I didn't feel anything.
Just say doesn't feel anything. And it's for me.
I have a big butt though, so most likely that just took the full brunt.
And it's for me. I'm a pretty top guy when it comes to a lot of things.
I don't like receiving. That's the
I
only
don't
time I ever
mind.
It.
It's just that any person I've been with have always been massive bottoms.
I don't know. You described me as a bear before. Apparently it's a gay term. It's a very much a gay community term, which is apparently a muscular man with lots of hair who's dominant.
Am I a twink? Would you guys say I'm a twink?
What is that?
A twink?
You're close. You're not as much as a twink as Omar.
Yo,
if Omar was gay, he would be a fucking twink. A twink means someone that's really skinny and gay and like
an attractive, boyish-looking young man.
It's usually people that are like skinny or small or both.
It's like a person usually gay.
Do you know Omar?
Guy. Usually tall or short but slender. They're pretty thin and they're they have this boyish, so they're they don't look
the elves in anime are
sometimes they have a feminine
skinny or
sometimes they have a feminine look to them or vibe to them, sort of like that. No?
You're not feminine, but by every other standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I'm a twink? I don't know. I've never had somebody call me a twink.
Fucking twink.
Okay, you know what?
Now you've had someone call you a twink. You can say you've done that. I helped you fulfill a dream.
Did anal hurt for you though?
What are you talking about? Oh, for giving?
Yeah.
No. Because we used lube. I always listen. If I know that there's going to be intercourse taking place, I will have lubricant on me.
I didn't.
Lubricant for me
to be fair, I was really dumb.
Lubricant for me is very, very important for any kind of intercourse.
And it didn't hurt?
Again, giant ass. I didn't feel shit. All I felt was his weight. But it wasn't pinpointed.
Like pressure?
No, it was just that, he was
just on top of him.
On top of me. I felt the fact that his body was there. But I didn't feel anything in the lower region. Except maybe skin contact with my butt. However, I can say what it's like to be giving, fucking a butt.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
I like it.
It's not bad.
I like it. Listen.
I feel like
if they're relaxed,
it's not as good as many things that could be.
If they're relaxed, and if you're using a good amount of lubricant, it's nice. And if it's warm, if it's cold, it's not fun.
Yeah, don't have anal in Alaska.
if you're both not warmed up, it's not gonna be a good experience. Mostly for them, but also for you.
Yeah.
No.
My friend was telling me that she had anal, and she thought about shitting. She was like, "Oh, don't shit," and she shat on him.
Well, because the whole shtick is that the whole point is that when you do shit normally in a toilet, you feel relief afterwards because it's the release of pressure.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the same concept, basically, except it starts actually stimulating the normal way. Because it becomes a mental thing as much as a physical thing. And so, the whole thing is, it's really weird for people when they do anal the first time. I've heard tell, obviously. I just said that I didn't feel anything. But because it feels like you're shitting. Because there's a thing in the place that only shit has ever come out of.
You don't expect something to go in there. So that's weird. But then when it starts going out, the only thing that ever comes out of there is shit.
So that's all you feel.
Yeah. So you're
you're just am I shitting? But then after a while, it then starts to progress into a more and more sexual thing. The only thing that is a problem is it can be painful for people who are too stressed.
Yeah,
relaxed enough.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta relax.
Or if they, if it's too big of a dick, that's a
problem.
That
too. Yeah.
Like if you're not a guy or a girl that takes massive shits, and your asshole is not like, if your asshole's too taut, it's obviously going to be a problem. Because that's like putting a square block through a circle peg, or like it's something like that. It's like trying to shove something in a place it's not supposed to be. Obviously it's gonna hurt.
Here are my anal tips. All right.
My dick.
Anal tips. 1.
Be warm.
Be warm.
Be warm.
2. Like make sure you're clean. Make sure you're clean.
Yeah.
Watch what you eat. Seriously.
If you're comfortable with it, have an enema.
Plan. You have to plan for it. This isn't you can't just come up with it and be like, all right, let's do it. You gotta plan because you gotta have like a couple days where like you can be yourself, get clean and then eat well so that there's nothing, hiding up there.
Pro tip: fruit.
Yep.
Fruit makes semen taste better.
Foreplay yourself.
Foreplay.
That's where the warmth comes from. You got to be warm. You got to be relaxed.
You got to rev up an engine before you go blasting at 180 miles.
You got to have fucking lubricant.
Yes.
I want condoms.
I was really dumb. Yeah, protection. I was really dumb, and I didn't have anything on me, just like as a caution thing. I just didn't have any. And Josue hooked me up. Thank you so much for that. Actually, in this room, I can point out exactly where I keep my shit.
I put needles on them.
You taught me how to roll up a condom and how to roll a joint, so I'm thankful.
No, I mean like I punctured the condoms.
What?
Did you use them?
Well, not yet. Did you give me a...
I gave it to you and there was just a nail just through it.
I thought that was like part of the design. Is that not?
No, it's just torn.
Why did you give it to me?
I don't know. I thought it'd be funny.
You thought it'd be funny if I fucked a female and then had kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, man. That'd be really fun. Oh, no. Use protection and make sure it's not punctured.
Consent.
Proper storage is very important.
Respect women.
Yeah, don't keep a condom in your wallet or your back pocket. That shit's gonna rip.
No, do not.
Yeah, no. Keep it in a lukewarm area.
Dry environment.
Don't freeze them. That'd be the dumbest thing. I heard a line in some rap that's like, it's like it'll take a while to thaw out this frozen rubber. But I'm just like, come on. No.
Even if they come, lubricated, get yourself some lube.
Yeah, goddamn.
It's not enough.
100%. Lotion's not going to cut it most of the time.
No, don't use lotion.
Quality
Do
lube.
not use lotion.
Lotion is like the ghetto ass. Vaseline works.
Vaseline for anal? Not for vaginal.
No. Why? That feels wrong. Thinking about that.
Exactly.
I never even thought about that.
For anal, that could work.
I don't know. I don't use condoms.
Petroleum jelly.
Oh, birth control. Still another form of protection.
Shout out to birth control.
Helping people not have babies since like...
And they get checked all the time.
And also
helping... you get checked. Yes. Talk to your fucking doctor. Talk to your parents.
We've mentioned this
before.
before.
Learn if you have STDs. STDs are passed down either by one or both of your parents or by any contact through liquid or kissing or anything like that. Like, herpes is an STD.
After I broke up with what's-his-face,
yep.
I went to the hospital and I got checked just in case.
Yeah, you should always...
Like that.
Yeah.
It's such a good idea to know and communicate.
She was like, if you're with a new partner, you should probably still get checked.
Yeah,
yes.
Of course. Always get checked.
Always get checked.
Make it normal to talk to your partner about it.
Positive for chlamydia. Just kidding.
Oh, that's the funny thing I heard a while ago. They have a cure for chlamydia. Yeah, and they've distributed the cure for chlamydia. So if nobody fucked each other just for a while till the chlamydia just went away, because there's a period where before it starts taking effect, if they took the pill and then didn't fuck anyone, chlamydia would be gone by now. We have a cure for chlamydia. People just don't want to not fuck each other.
The pills my mom gave me for my acne, because she's a dermatologist, has the cure for chlamydia in it. So I can technically get pimples and chlamydia.
Yeah, 100%. So but yeah, no, just a reminder, it's not enough to ask your parents and then learn that neither of them had it. You need to get checked. You never know what could have
happened. And
get
checked regularly. This is what people mess up on. They think that when you have an STD or like something like that it's just always going to be visible. No, you'll have off periods where you just won't even notice.
No, there are tons and tons of both diseases, STDs and non-STDs that are not visible. You can just be a carrier. Yeah. That's the whole Typhoid Mary thing. Shout out to Typhoid Mary. Mary Mallon. Never let anyone tell you to stop doing your dream. But no, Typhoid Mary, the whole thing was that she did not believe that she had the disease because none of the symptoms showed up in her, but she was a carrier.
Foyt point.
Is that Foyt point? Foyt point, ladies and gentlemen. But no. That's, you should always get checked. And get checked proportionally to how often you have sex. Or share drinks with people. Yeah. If you go out partying a lot and you drink what other people are drinking, you can get an STD like that.
I got mono one time.
I had mono when I was a kid. It was both the worst and best time of my life.
It was like strep throat.
Because
I got it from kissing someone though.
I think I got it from kissing someone too. But it was I was like, all I remember from that period is waking up, eating, like pooing or peeing, and then going right back to bed, and then repeating for like a week, and then not being aware of the passage of time. And while I felt horrible and shitty while it was happening, and my brain was so shut down that I couldn't have done anything productive anyway, or even thought about anything, right? If I had to go through some disease again, it would be mono. Because if you think about it, no one's gonna bother you. Yeah. If you have mono. You get the most time to be zen and asleep, and your brain just gets to sort through out all the shit. I mean, half the time, you don't get to sort through as much as you'd like to, because half the time you're fighting a fucking disease. Yeah. But, also, you never get mono if you got it. If you get it once, you never get it again. Yeah, no, that's a scientific thing.
You become immune to it.
Yeah, you become immune after one. I think what actually happens is it doesn't go away. It just gets super, super dormant. Since
we talked about the mono thing with kissing, and I'm going to bring it back to kissing. Was that this one? Yeah. Yeah.
Was that this one? Yes.
Spin the bottle. You ever played it?
No, I want to.
No? I played it once.
You want to grab your Faygo bottle, put it on the floor that you spilled Faygo on?
Oh, sure.
And spin it, and we'll see what happens. I have to kiss myself!
To kiss him.
Oh, you ready for a smooch, bud? You know me. I'm not gonna fucking...
I have to pee.
Kiss.
What does that have to do with
it?
What are the odds?
I'm just gonna piss myself.
Anyways, I can't risk that.
Anyways, spin the bottle is those games. Have you guys ever been interested in playing like those kinds of fucking games?
I've been interested. I've never been invited. Do you know how many parties? I'm in drama. Yeah. Drama is like.
Oh, we know.
Just as much as jocks in terms of parties. I have not been invited to one of those parties. It's not. I would not want to go to one of those parties, but I feel insulted that I was not invited to one of those parties.
You should get invited and then bring me along.
I should get invited and turn them down. No.
Sorry, I'm too busy fucking your dad, so I can't go.
I'm happy. I'm happy for him. He's been going through something. No, I want to go to one of those. Once, I want to go to a party. I want to.
What time is it?
Adventure time.
No, seriously.
Ain't no time.
It's
currently 5:54 p.m.
Yeah, and we're almost at the end of the podcast. I just want to mention a thing before we end that I really want to hold a toga party, either a toga party or an actual orgy. Because a toga party, if those of you who don't know, a toga party was introduced to me through the movie Animal House, which my dad showed me. Animal House was a movie about college, and it was a fraternity that held these things called toga parties. And toga parties were just regular frat parties, but you wore togas. So already you're wearing less efficient, less covering clothing. And so it sort of brings out, a bit more social side plus alcohol and frat parties and stuff like that. But a toga party was really just an excuse to hang out. And it was interesting enough that people would go to it, but not crazy enough that people would get turned off because it's like, weird. So I'd love to hold a toga party. Or actually, an orgy. I love the idea. Are you kidding me? Make sure everyone's safe. Bonding.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's what.
And for people who are,
a condom.
You're like, here's a condom, here's a mask.
A mask?
Yeah, because I'm okay with the normal orgy. That's perfectly fine with me. Believe me, I'm perfectly fine with a normal orgy. But I love the idea of like a masquerade orgy. You know?
Yeah. That would be the only way I'd be able to do it with random people.
Really? Like people you don't know that well?
Absolutely. Because
I want to hold one of those.
If it'd be a regular one, it has to be with people I know.
I love the idea of masquerade parties in general, but a masquerade orgy party, that would be heavy.
Would we find random people?
No.
Like people we know.
Like people that you've briefed. You've checked them out.
So weird if I'm fucking Jose.
Not
and
like...
then, like
you would recognize me.
Oh, we're not supposed to recognize people?
Yeah, well, you're supposed to do... traditionally, it's masquerade and master just sort of just like a weak excuse to be like, oh, I totally don't know you. We can totally act crazy, right? But honestly, in olden times, masquerade parties were masquerade parties because so many rich families would come together that most people didn't know each other.
Yeah.
And so you would still recognize the people you came in with, and you'd recognize some people that you really know really well. But people you didn't know really well, generally people you weren't related to, you wouldn't be able to recognize, so you could do whatever you want that night. It was sort of a freedom thing. Anyway, that's all the time we have for our podcast. Thank you for listening in weekly, monthly, yearly. I am Ella DeFrisco.
Josue, a.k.a. Little Dick, a.k.a. Toe Sucker, a.k.a. Young Skeezy.
Oh, I'm Brieana. Long toes.
Yeah, thank you.
Brieana Long Toes Ghirardelli Rivera.
Brieana Long Toes Ghirardelli. Thank you again for listening. You can contact us at our Twitter. That is _podcast420. At our email, thepodcast420@gmail.com.
Shoot us a message and we'll ignore you.
My private email, milodefrisco@gmail.com, or hit up Josue on Instagram, Azazel_booty. So, thank you all for listening every time, and have a good day.
Have a good one. Goodbye.